is up, everybody? It's your boy Bobby from Bobby's Breakdowns coming at you with another stream. Happy Memorial Day weekend to all those that celebrate. Enjoy your weekend, whatever you're doing, whether it's swimming, drinking, having a barbecue. Go at it, have some fun, be safe, and yeah, let's start this weekend off a little early and a little right, in my opinion. Now, there was this show that recently ended season 3 called Yellowjackets. Now, off the bat, I'm just going to get into this. Me and my guest that I will bring in here momentarily are going to be recapping, talking about our favorite moments, and spoiling everything from the first 3 seasons. So if you haven't watched and you want to and you don't want to get spoiled, click off now. That is your final warning. We are going to be reviewing everything come Yellowjackets. And I said we, because I have a guest. Making his stream debut on the channel, longtime friend of mine, Matthew Gavin. How we doing, buddy?
How you doing, Bobby?
What's
good,
up?
Boberto?
Not much. How we doing?
I'm pretty good, chilling on this Thursday evening.
Yeah, this Thursday night, about 9:03 Eastern. And you ready to talk some Yellowjackets?
Damn right.
Yeah. Now, season 1 came out in 2021.
Yep.
Gavin and another person, I will be honest, kept pushing me to watch it. I never did until, I don't know what month it was, maybe February of this year.
The funny thing about it is, I saw the first season of Yellowjackets on Netflix.
Yeah.
And they didn't have a season 2 or 3. I didn't even know there was a season 2 or 3 for a couple months.
Yeah,
until I searched.
I actually think I broke that news to you.
Yeah, you did. I was like, wait, really?
Yeah, and I was like, it's on Paramount. You were like,
I'm
okay.
Oh, I barely go on Paramount. I think
Yeah,
that show and iCarly were the only 2 shows I actually watched on Paramount.
Paramount is a sleep hitter for me because they got Tulsa King,
I think
Yellowjackets.
most of that's Showtime.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, yeah. Yeah, but I don't have Showtime. I just have Paramount. So that,
Yeah.
sleeper for me. But Yellowjackets, what a show!
It's crazy.
It's from the jump. It's just completely nuts, and I binged. I think I got caught up to where I wanted to be in season 3 in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think I finished Yellowjackets in a day. Season 1 at least.
Yeah, I mean, I think I did 4 or 5 episodes in a day. We were done by the weekend, and it was we started a Friday evening, and like I said, if you haven't watched it, it's a big cast too, between the adults and the teenagers.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah,
especially at the start.
Half of them you won't even recognize. I didn't recognize Christina Ricci as Misty.
Yeah.
Great character, by the way.
She looks completely different from any other role.
Yep. Because literally, I was looking at her, and
I think it's the hair. It's definitely the hair.
The hair and the glasses.
She usually has straight hair.
I said, "Wow, this character is so good. Who is this?" I looked it up, and I'm like,
I think she's. I would say she's the most famous.
Of the adults or of anyone?
Of the whole cast.
Juliette Lewis is up there.
I know. I forgot who the Shauna's character is from Good Luck. No, not Charlie Sheen's show. 2.5 Men.
2.5 Men. What about? I'll even throw you this one out there. What about Ella Purnell, who plays Teen Jackie?
Oh yeah, she was in a couple Netflix shows.
Fallout, Yellowjackets, that Batista movie I told you about with the zombie invasion. She's a big star now.
She was with, I don't know, I might be confusing it with another person, but I think she was in this Netflix film, Don't Say With the Babysitter or something with a babysitter.
Oh, don't I know exactly what you're talking about, but I just can't think of the title.
It's a gory.
Wait. Don't tell mom the babysitter's dead. Is that it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, is she?
I think that's her.
I never seen it, so I don't know. Tell mom Okay, the 2024 version, I'm assuming.
I think so.
Danielle Harris. I'm not seeing her just yet.
It might actually
Uh,
just be the babysitter.
oh, the babysitter.
It
Okay.
might be.
Hmm.
I know
So,
babysitter's in it.
babysitter. 2017, I
I
assume.
think so. That makes
Samara
more sense.
Weaving, Robbie Amell, Bella Thorne. Whoa.
It's Bella Thorne. That's what I'm thinking of. I'm
Ah,
thinking of
okay.
Bella Thorne.
Yeah. I mean, I can see that confusion. Yeah. Um, but yeah. So season one, the whole plot, and usually shows have different plots as the season goes along.
Mm-hmm.
Seasons go along, but not this one. A
One
team,
continuous.
yeah, a team from a fake town in New Jersey, mind you. They're
Jersey.
they're state champions, I believe.
They're going to the state championship.
Oh no, I thought they were going to like nationals or something.
I think that might be it. I think they're state
Yeah.
champions,
Okay.
and then they're going to nationals.
So I think they're
'Cause
going to
I think
nationals.
they're going to Canada. I think.
I thought it was Seattle.
I
See,
think
we know
they
nothing.
I believe they crashed in Canada.
Oh, maybe that was it. Well, I mean, with the weather they had, that makes sense. Um. Oh yeah, plane crashed deep in the Canadian wilderness. Good
Yeah.
call. Okay. So yes, um, from New Jersey, they're state champions. They're on a plane to nationals in Seattle. Is it Seattle or
It's I believe it's Seattle.
yeah? And they crash in the wilderness, and for 19 months,
19.
1-9, they are stuck in the wilderness,
Over a year and a half.
and they have to survive. And um, some people don't make it out. That's just how it is. But who are some of your favorite characters? We'll just go from that, and then we'll go into season one a little more.
I would say it's different for the adults and the teens.
100% agree. Couldn't
For
agree more.
me, for the teens, I think my favorite is Lottie because I like the crazy
Oh,
girl. I think it's
Lottie
very I think
Matthews.
it's so interesting. I
We'll
like
get into her.
because I'm still confused about the whole like what that power is or
Oh,
that symbol, what controls the symbol.
that's yes. Oh,
Like,
Lottie Matthews is going to come up a
yeah.
lot in this stream, folks. Just be
Oh, yeah.
prepared.
I say she's one of my favorites. Um, I like Shauna's storyline.
Yeah.
I like the slow burn of her descending,
Oh,
and we'll talk about where I think she finally snaps because there is
well,
a point
she
in season
already did
one,
kind of snap, but yeah.
especially in season. There is a moment where I believe like, yeah,
Oh,
she was
oh,
going
that's.
after that.
I thought you were saying when we get to season four where she officially
Oh
loses
no
it.
no
I'm
no
like,
no! I'm talking about
I was
season
like,
one. Season one.
okay, gotcha. I was like, I think she lost it already, but yeah.
um, and adult. I think my favorite adult is Misty.
Yeah.
Misty's my favorite adult.
I
I
mean,
don't. I really don't like Thaisa
as an
either.
adult, yeah.
I don't like her either, and because I feel like
See,
her character is so like she's a stickler for the rules unless it's her rules.
mm,
If it's not, then like she'll flip flop.
see, it's funny you say that because teen Lottie, love her.
Hmm.
Adult Lottie didn't really care for her.
I feel like Lottie's character is best as the teen. I
Oh
feel
yeah.
like
Oh yeah.
like I feel like I don't really know because obviously really we don't know like what the point of everything is
Mm,
with the adult like
yeah, for sure.
what's going on.
All right, Gavin, we have a comment here before we get into any more. Ryan says, Gavin, where is your cam?
uh Waiting for you to pay for it,
Mm. And then he ended it with, to
to
be
be
honest.
honest.
Yeah, to be honest. All right, yeah. You got any more favorite characters of yours,
Um
or characters you don't really care for, either or, honestly.
as I said, I'm not a big fan of Thaisa. I have a kind of a problem with was it Trevor?
Travis.
Travis.
Yeah.
Fucking like, what is he good for?
Well, the girls love him because
He's the one.
there's not much other option.
He's the only man there. He
Boy, well,
doesn't do
boy, man,
anything.
yeah, yeah.
He does probably
Well,
the least amount of
well,
stuff.
he was a part of the gun crew with Natalie.
At the beginning, he did it.
Yeah,
At like stuck in season 3, he doesn't do anything.
true.
He
True,
just
true, true.
sits and looks depressed half the time.
Yeah, true.
Well,
I mean, well, his brother and father did die, so you gotta kind of.
At some point, you gotta move on.
Terrible, Gavin.
The
terrible.
wilderness.
That's true.
He was
All right.
sacrificed.
You
I
gotta.
can understand the brother. The brother was kind of fucked up.
Oh yeah, that's another reason why we'll get into my favorite character. That's a good segue. We're gonna go into my favorite character.
All right, you go. You go.
Teens,
What's your favorites?
and probably my favorite character overall, teen Natalie, played by Sophie Thatcher. Her story arc in the 3 seasons,
crazy.
You feel for that girl. From her home life, to her being the calm one in the wilderness, to her escaping death a few times, especially with Javi.
Yeah. You know, the funny thing is, I think her character is like is definitely the best one to understand. Like when you see her adult self, you're like, yeah, I can see why you're messed up as an adult.
Adult Natalie was played by the brilliant Juliette Lewis, who I have met. Amazing woman. Played by the adult Juliette Lewis. I'm not gonna say I hated older Nat, but like, I don't know. She was funny at some points. Like, the story arc with her and Misty is very, very fascinating, and we'll get to that once we get to season 3. But yes, teen Nat, from being beaten and abused by her drunk father to watching her father off himself on accident in season 1 to kind of being like the gothy, quiet chick that nobody really cared for.
Emo chick.
Yeah. To forming a relationship with Travis, to and we're jumping ahead a little here, but this is part of how messed up it got for her, to not murdering, he wanted to die, killing Coach Ben.
Yeah.
Coach Ben saw she was the most sane one of them all and was like, you need to kill me. I need to get out of here. And she did it, and she felt terrible about it, but other characters I like, you love to hate Shauna. You really do.
Yeah, you do.
And teen Shauna's great acting. Adult Shauna is great acting.
Both fantastic.
Yeah, both of them.
For me, I don't know if you think it, but teen Shauna kind of looks like kind of, I don't know why, gives me Millie Bobby Brown vibes.
Yeah, I could see that. Teen Shauna, definitely. I could see her looking like that. Yeah, definitely. Both Misties for me, fantastic characters. Not people you want to mess with because they are insane.
Especially Misty. Adult Misty, you really do not want to mess with.
Teenage Misty was less of a threat because she wanted to be liked. Adult Misty just doesn't care. And it shows.
She just cares about her friends. That's it.
Yeah, it shows because remember the scene where adult Misty is out to dinner with the older woman?
Yeah.
And the older woman just goes, "You remind me of my granddaughter. Nobody likes her either." And it's like, okay, yeah. Both Misties are fantastic, and they look alike too. It's really weird.
Yeah.
Like they nailed that cast.
I was actually listening to a podcast, Conan's podcast with Christina Ricci, and she was talking about how like she almost never had any interactions with teen Misty.
Yeah, I believe it. I mean, well, think about it. How many scenes do they have together?
None really,
Yeah,
but
because it's like you're going back and forth. But yeah, no, I read that Teen Shauna, the actress, she got contacts to match older Shauna's eye color. So I thought that was cool. Young Thaisa, I like. Older Thaisa, not really doing it for me. Just whatever. Van, kind of the same thing. Younger Van.
I kind of prefer older Van.
Oh, see, I'm younger Van. This is good though. I like this. This is the you get the best of both worlds. Um, Teen Lottie, Lottie Matthews. The arc for her in season 1 was phenomenal because halfway through the season, you're like, who is Lottie Matthews?
Yep.
And by the end of it, you're like, oh my God. Because they did it brilliantly in season 1. You didn't know if Lottie made it out of the wilderness
Yep.
until the very end of season 1. You didn't know. So you're like, oh, this chick must have
Yeah, you
died.
only knew with the 4.
Yeah, or Misty, Nat, Thaisa,
Shauna,
Shauna, yeah, and
and
you
that's
kind
it.
of figured Jackie didn't make it out.
Yeah.
She's got her own problems in the post-apocalyptic Las Vegas world. So, Fallout plug there. Great show if you haven't watched it.
Great game too.
Well, I haven't played the game, but yeah. Well, I could. Man, we should probably hop on a Fallout stream before season 2 comes out at the end of the year. I'd do it. Yeah. All right. Anyway, thinking out
Gonna
loud
make
here,
a lot
folks.
of people mad on that one,
Why?
especially if you didn't play the video game.
Listen. The show's great.
Watch a
I
game,
really
watch a walkthrough or something. That's what I did when I couldn't afford it.
It's Ella Purnell. Come on, she's good enough. And Moises Arias, or however you say his name. Yeah.
What was his name on Hannah Montana?
Rico? No.
Rico. It was
Is it Rico?
Yeah.
Where in my mind was that story?
You pulled that
Yeah,
out of
I
the
pulled that
attic.
way out. And trust me, as soon as I saw his face, I was like, wow, I know who you are.
It's like, oh my God, that's him.
Yeah, he didn't age. He really didn't. His face stayed the same, and I'm like, I know who you are. Some of my other favorite characters, Lottie Matthews, season 1, going back. You didn't know the whole time if adult Lottie made it, and then the ending to season 1 is Travis's bank account was cleared out because Travis did die. Yeah. Travis's bank account was cleared out. Who is Lottie Matthews? And you're like, oh no. You're like, Lottie Matthews is alive, and this is not good. You're like, uh-oh, because that's a dangerous, dangerous woman. But like, another one of my favorite characters from season 1, and I don't know if she made it to season 2. I'm gonna have to look.
Who?
No, she did make it to season 2. Okay. Wait. Actually, no. Yeah, she did make. Wait.
Waiting.
Laura Lee.
Wait, who did she play?
The blonde Catholic girl.
Oh,
remember the one
the
that
plane.
took the helicopter, the plane, yeah. And then she was going to get help. She gets it up in the air. You're like, yeah. Then it's just
you get so excited. You're like, oh, they did it, and then
and you're just sitting there. And you're like, oh no. It's just like, and I liked her too. And fun fact about her character, she was supposed to die in the pilot. I don't know if you knew that.
No.
But the writers or whoever wrote this show made the show. They were like, this chick is good. We might want to keep her around. Good on that. And one of my favorite scenes from the whole series was when Lottie's going crazy. She's speaking like French.
Mm-hmm.
And Jackie's like, Lottie can't speak French. And she's going crazy. The only thing Laura Lee can think to do is just throw the Bible at her. And Lottie gets out from the train. Lottie's like, ow! Like she's more annoyed than anything. I was like, oh man. Oh, and a crazy scene. So, I think this is the first episode, or maybe it's the second. I don't know. I don't know when they go back to it. The girl that broke her leg in that
What?
practice.
Oh, at the practice. Oh yeah, she dodged a bullet.
Don't remember her name or anything, but that kept her off that plane, and it was like, wow,
She
it's
dodged a bullet there.
dodged a major bullet. 19 months worth of bullets, in my opinion. It's crazy. Yeah, I don't remember her name, but yeah, let's Okay, so we did our favorite characters. All right. So we described the plot. We did kind of an overall review. Favorite moments. What are some of your? Actually, you know what? Let's go back. That Shauna moment you talked about.
Yeah.
Where do you see that moment that she just snapped? Because honestly, I had no idea where you're going with this, and I want to react to this.
I first believe it's when she snapped at Jackie,
Were they in
and
the
then
wilderness or at the party?
in the wilderness,
Oh, when Jackie wasn't pulling her weight.
when Jackie goes, she gets angry at Jackie, and everything finds out about how her cheating, and
Yeah,
I think that's when she also finds out she's pregnant too.
yeah, around that time,
She
season
finds out
two.
her pregnant, and that's what makes her tell Jackie,
Yeah,
and then Jackie goes out, and obviously she dies
yeah, she
in the
sleeps out in
snow,
the wilderness, and yeah,
and snow comes and she freezes to death. And I
yeah.
think Sean is the first one to find her.
Yep, because
Right?
Shauna
She's
woke up, saw the snow, and said, "Oh no."
oh no, yeah. I think at that moment, that's when she started going downhill because in
Hmm.
season two or the rest of the season,
Yeah.
uh, Jackie was just like she was just talking to a dead corpse.
Yep, and she was like braiding her hair and all that, and it
Yeah,
was like, talk. You know, talk. This show, it's very dark at some point.
it's a psychological.
Yeah, it messes, and even the actresses have spoken on it. They're like, it did some
It
damage
probably
on her.
takes a toll. It
Yeah.
probably takes a
So
toll.
like the eating scenes, they were like what they gave them to eat as people's
Yeah,
flesh. I can't remember who it was. I can't remember if it
it's
was
pig.
Jasmine Savoy Brown or Courtney Eaton. One of the teen girls was like, yeah, whatever they gave them, they were like, we'll never eat it again. We can't even smell it. We can't even look at it. They were like
It's definitely pig.
disgusting. Yeah, and like folks, and this show is loosely based on a true story. For those of you that don't know, the Uruguayan rugby team, I think it was, crashed in the Andes Mountains, and they were stranded for 2 months. 2 months.
Hmm.
And eventually they hiked around. They're like, we got to get out of here. We're just going to die out here. And eventually they found somebody.
They didn't go cannibal, did they?
They did.
They did.
Yeah.
Damn, only 2 months and you went cannibal.
Well, if you die, well, I mean,
Like
gotta do it.
I feel like they didn't even try to find food.
Well, yeah, no. Well, they were in the mountains, so it's like, But that's the thing. They hiked around. They found this dude. They found this random dude riding a horse, and they were like, "We need your help." And he's like, and I guess he thought they were like on drugs or something. And they were like, "No, we're the team that crashed." And he's like, "What?" And he's like, "You guys are still alive?" And he's like, "Yeah, no, we'll get you help." And that's how they got found. Yeah, the survivors did at least. I don't know how many died, but yeah, it's loosely based off of that. And some of the scenes, man, where they're eating each other, and
It's definitely very dark at
it's
points.
it's not for if you have a weak stomach. It's just
Yeah,
not like where
I feel
Coach
like
Ben's head is cut off in season 3.
I think what was the most gruesome death? Do you think?
I feel like it would have been Mari, but we knew that was coming.
Yeah,
Jackie, her death was messed up, but like
it was
it's not like Shauna killed her or anything.
yeah.
Javi.
Yeah, I was kind of I was it went on a little too long. It
Yeah,
made it very uncomfortable.
Javi. because Javi was trying to get Nat help. He really was.
They just let him die.
Javi liked Nat. Well, no, Nat tried to get him out.
Well,
And that's another reason Natalie is my favorite character, because her story arc is so messed up, but she still prevails. And
let him drown.
yeah, he started drowning. She tried to pull him up. Teen Misty pulled her back and said, "Let the wilderness choose."
True. To be fair,
So
in that situation, it was either Javi or her.
yeah.
So
So and Nat still tried. She still
still
tried.
tried.
I
And
give her credit.
that's all that counts.
Yeah. Oh man. And then yeah. See, Javi wasn't even gruesome because it's not like anybody stabbed him or anything. Coach Ben.
The hiker that found them. They just got
Oh,
fucking, what was it? A
how?
spear? No, an
Yeah,
axe. An axe.
courtesy of. Let's see if you know who killed her. Do you remember?
It was Lottie.
Lottie Matthews.
Yeah.
Oh, that chick is crazy, but she's so
She
good.
didn't want to go home yet.
Courtney Eaton. Truthfully, most of these girls I never really heard of before this show.
That's what I kind
I
of
will
like.
be honest.
I like when
Exactly.
it's new people.
Jasmine Savoy Brown, I knew from Scream.
I knew the
But
adults. Like the adults.
yeah, the adults for the most part. But like Sophie Thatcher, she's great as Teen Nat. Courtney Eaton, Teen Nat or Teen Lottie, great. Whatever the chick who plays Shauna, young Shauna,
Ella Parnell.
great. Ella Purnell, of course, she's great too. Yeah, because Yellowjackets came out pre
Fallout. Yeah.
Fallout. So yeah, but yeah, all of them just fantastic, and I'm impressed with all of them, and even Teen Van. I mean, some of them are hit or miss with characters. Teen Mari, but
A lot of the teens now. I saw it on X today about how like all the teens are getting a lot more jobs.
oh yeah, I mean, well, look at Ella Purnell. She's locked into 3
Like
seasons of Fallout.
your
Season 2
girl,
hasn't even come out yet. Sophie,
Natalia, teen Natal.
yeah, Sophie
She was
Thatcher.
in
Yeah.
she was in a movie. She was just in a movie.
Was it with Jack Quaid?
I think so.
I can't. I will show you the picture that is on my TV and on my Roku every day. I can't escape it. I see this every time I turn on the TV. Let me see.
Let me see.
It's got to be in her IMDb. It's got to be. Oh, it's the picture of the movie. This.
No, yeah, that one. Yeah,
Yeah.
companion.
Every time for like a month that I turned on my Roku, it was that picture. Don't ask me what's going on with her eyes, because that's a little creepy. I'm not gonna lie to you. But and you want to know the funniest part? The first time I saw it, I said, "That's Nat." I was like, I knew it right away. But yeah, so yeah, definitely, Coach Ben. Poor Coach Ben, by the way. He
That man wanted to die.
yeah, he had a rough time and had his leg
To be
cut off in
fair,
the first episode. Yeah.
let's be honest. His time was coming up anyway.
Oh, of course.
He was the next one.
If Nat didn't kill him, Shauna was going to torture him for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another.
Even so, if he drew a queen, he was screwed.
Yeah, what's he going to do? Run?
He can't run.
Yeah. Speaking of, I know you mentioned this before. Shauna was pregnant. Talk about another dark scene.
Yeah. Oh.
She's dreaming she gave birth to a healthy baby boy and they're raising it, and then it comes back to reality and nope, they lost the baby. It was like, oh my goodness. Because I was thinking to myself, I'm like, this can't be Callie. The math doesn't add up. Speaking of Callie, great character.
Yeah.
Hated
She's a great season 3.
Hated her in the beginning. She really came around.
Stepped it up in season 3. Yeah.
Jeff.
I like Jeff.
Jeff's like an unhinged
the reason why
loser, kind of. Yeah.
Jeff is like the Because he was like the peaked in high school type guy.
Yeah. Well, and I like the scene where it's him. I think it's him, Shauna, and Callie. And they find out Callie's smoking weed. And Jeff, I believe, says, "Are you smoking hash?"
Hash.
And you're just like, "What year are you in?" Like, Jeff, come on, man. Another side character that's great is Walter.
I do like I like Elijah Wood.
Elijah Wood.
I was very surprised. I was like, wow, I like Elijah Wood. I haven't seen that man in forever. I
When
think
he
the last thing I've seen Elijah Wolf in was
Lord of
this
the Rings.
FX show
Oh.
called it was about a dog.
Yeah. When he rocked up, I knew who he was right away, and I'm like, huh. Oh, and I do have to mention this. Who plays adult Melissa? Where the heck did that come from? Hilary Swank? Like what? Like
Makes sense.
I was looking at her and I'm like, I know.
She kind of looks like the teen.
Well, I was looking at her and I'm like, I know who this person is. I just can't put my finger on it. And then I
Now,
look her up and I'm like,
what was
oh,
the teen's name? What was her name?
Melissa.
Melissa? It was Melissa?
Who plays Hilary Swank?
Yeah.
That character? That's Melissa, yeah.
All right, Melissa. She wasn't in season 1, was she? She was like a background character in season 1, right?
She was a background character till season 3, pretty much. Same thing with Mari and that other girl.
The one that loves the goats, right?
Akila, yeah, she was. Oh, Crystal. Oh, that was a
And
pretty bad death.
and Misty's friend that she kills.
Crystal. That's what I was just saying.
Yeah.
Remember how she died?
Yeah, Misty pushed her.
Actually, Misty technically didn't push her. She just went backwards and fell. But Misty didn't help cause as well. She found out Misty was the one that killed the
She was pressing.
Killed the transponder or whatever.
Yeah.
In the black box. The black box. And and she was like, yeah. And the story arc of adult Nat and adult Misty. Remember, Nat knows Misty destroyed the black box.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Nat ever told anyone.
Nat did not tell anybody.
Because why would they want anything to do with her after that?
Exactly.
So
Shauna
I think
definitely would have had her head.
Yeah, I think Nat was like, listen, you messed up, but you're going to help me get out of here, and then we're going to be even.
I think if because Misty was in the process of fixing it.
Yeah. And that's when Nat woke up on her.
I think that's what saved her from Natalie telling everybody is like, hey, I got the problem fixed right now. Let's get it fixed. And I think Natalie, obviously being somehow the most rational person in the show, right?
Yep.
Of the teens.
Hello.
Shit. Where was I going?
I thought you like the mic came out. I was like, hello.
No, I lost my train of thought. Damn.
It's all
but she was the most rational.
Yep.
Thought, and like she knew like this is the best way to get out of here, because obviously it set up earlier how like Shauna was like, no, we're staying.
Yeah, and it was like, we have a lot of tracks to cover up. Like, no.
And my whole thought was, well, not all of you have to stay.
Yeah.
Like, the 2 of you just go. Just pick 2 people to get saved and then come back.
Who was another character I wanted to talk about? How
about Mr. Joel McHale?
I was just getting to him. Who's the chick he's with? What's her name again?
I think Hannah.
Yeah, you're right, Hannah. Yeah, Hannah. She actually plays a pivotal part in them attempting to get saved. Yeah. believe it or not. Now, she doesn't make it out of the wilderness. We are well
Obviously.
aware of
Well,
that.
we don't know that.
No, she doesn't. Remember?
No, wait.
She doesn't make it out of the wilderness. She
I
gives
think so.
Melissa. She get. I think she knew her time was up. And remember, she gave Melissa a tape to give to her daughter, and then Melissa ended up marrying her daughter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, her and well, obviously Mikhail didn't make it out, but
Obviously.
yeah, yeah. When Joe McHale rocked up, I just looked at my dad and I'm like, he's in every show you can think of. This dude's
He's
all over
working.
the place.
He's working.
I and
You,
listen,
you can't hate it.
I'm not mad. I love Joe McHale. I think he's hilarious. But I
And
was just
everything.
like, I'm like, come on, man.
Making
Like,
guest.
and yeah,
He's just chilling, making guest appearances.
and by the way, Hannah looking like a she was cosplaying as the Pink Power Ranger in the final episode of season 3. Do you remember what she looked like? Let me see if I can find the picture.
No, I
Pink
don't
Power
remember
Ranger
exactly.
movie. Kimberly, of course. It was the first thing I thought of. Okay, yeah, this is good enough, I guess.
I'm not a Power Ranger guy, Bobby.
Oh, come
That's
on,
you.
Gavin. You gotta get it. You gotta get on that. All right,
It's a little too late.
open. No, it's never too late. All right.
I'm also not a
So,
Lord of the Rings guy either.
oh, neither am I. So, all right. So there's her. That's
Okay.
Kimberly from the Power Rangers. And let's see if I can see. Because as soon as I saw Hannah, I'm like, oh, she looks like the Pink Power Ranger.
I can see it.
Hannah. No, 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 not even looks wise. Just what she was wearing in that episode.
Oh, just the outfit.
So it
Even
depends.
even even looks too.
Yellow jackets. Oh, I wish I could find one with her. All right, well that will have to do. But yeah, poor Hannah. This picture will have to do, I guess. But when she had the pink thing over her face,
Oh yeah.
yeah, yeah, it was just like the pink hood, and then Shauna, she thinks it's Nat, so she's
He
like,
did an
"You gonna
old
say?"
switcheroo.
Yeah, she's like, "Are you gonna say anything or what?" So she rips the mask off, and it's Hannah, and she's like, "Where's Nat?" And Hannah's like, "I don't know," and she's
No.
like, "What happened?"
Keep going, keep going.
Yeah, and she's like, "Where's Nat?" She's like, "I don't know." And in the meanwhile, Nat's climbing up that mountain, and this is my favorite Natalie scene. Natalie's climbing up that mountain with that phone, that emergency phone. She's charging it up. She's trying to get connection. She gets the littlest of connection. She calls 911, I assume. I don't
Mm.
think they showed who she called, but
I
she's
think
just
it
screaming. Yeah,
it's a transmitter, so it just goes to
yeah,
a radio station. Any
yeah,
radios.
yeah. She's calling. She's calling. She's like, "Can anybody hear me?" And you just hear the voice on the other end go calmly, "Yes, I can hear you." And it's like, the
Oh
Yellow
boy.
Jackets are almost home, and it's like, oh. And then Shauna is. I can't wait to see that scene in season 4 because Natalie's coming back to camp. You know she is
Oh yeah.
because she has to lead them to them, and it's like, what's that moment going to
At
be like
some
with her
point.
and Shauna? And clear Shauna's got to kill Hannah in season
Now,
4, I think.
now my question is, does Natalie go back to the camp, or does she wait until the people come
She
to go back?
she she's going back to the camp eventually, one way or another. I think realistically, she would have to wait in that location,
Yeah.
and then she'll lead them to them. But you know, Shauna is going to be irate, and it's amazing because her and Shauna become friends in adulthood. So something happens,
I
and
think that's
even
probably what we're gonna find out in season 5.
season 4. You mean?
No, season 5.
You think we're getting to season 5? I hope we do.
Yeah, because
Oh,
the showrunners have already like have a 5-year plan. So I'm gonna guess if they're gonna do season 4, they'll probably just do a season 5.
I mean, see, so that there's still
Because they
I think
didn't announce that it was the final season. They said the fourth season. They usually say final season.
because remember, there's still one more winter we got to get through.
Mm-hmm.
So and
Before they even get saved.
yeah, because when Natalie climbs up there, it's snowing. But let's talk about this scene. Pit girl,
Pit girl, yeah.
Pit girl.
You have
Now
you. I kind of knew it was already Mari from the beginning. You're the one that really like was all over the place.
I thought it was Jackie. Jackie died season 1. I thought it was Hannah. Hannah's still technically alive in the wilderness timeline. Um, who else did I think it was? Yeah, I just didn't like. I didn't think we would. So here's the thing: I didn't think we would find out 20 episodes later or whatever it was.
Yeah,
Like they long played that
they
one,
all
like
played it.
because that's the very first scene you see
Yeah.
is Pit Girl. Like before you meet any of the characters, you just see a
Don't you
girl
also
running.
don't you also see the scene in where Shauna is like that full deer antler type thing
I I
in
think that
season
might
one
be
too?
I think that might be before or after that scene, but you don't see who the characters
Yeah,
are or anything. And then you still got to see that Misty is one of those characters too.
yeah.
So, well, of course, Misty is because she's insane. But yeah, Pit Girl, they did a brilliant job with that, in my opinion. I, yeah, I can't believe it. So, season 4, I hope it comes out next year. I really
Yeah,
do.
I think early next year maybe. I think
Um,
probably the same time season 3 came out.
that was February of this year, so
So I
they
wouldn't be
gotta
surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
they gotta get going on that one. I gotta be honest.
Yeah,
They do
maybe a
gotta get
little bit
going.
later. Maybe a little
Yeah,
later.
I'm just happy we got a season 4. It took forever for it to get renewed because guys, behind the scenes of this, me and Gavin made an idea to do this stream right after season 3 ended, and we were like, you know what? Let's do it Memorial Day weekend.
We kind
By
of lucked
then,
out.
yeah, we'll know for sure if season 4 is coming. It got renewed 2 days
2 days
ago.
at the buzzer.
We had no idea. We were like, we think it's getting renewed, but like,
At the
remember,
buzzer like Halliburton.
yeah, remember Scream TV? Remember what happened there? Awesome cliffhanger, and then
Still at the
we went.
cliffhanger.
Yeah, we went nowhere.
Still a
That's what I was
cliffhanger.
worried about. That's what was playing through my head. I'm like, I've been here before,
And
and
not even a Sopranos cliffhanger.
yeah, like yeah, not even one where you can fill in the blanks. You just
Yeah.
literally have no idea. But yeah, so season 4 it got renewed. We don't know when. You know, I could try and look up when they're going to start filming. I can try. I don't know if that information will be out there.
My guess is probably around like October.
You got to get all those girls
It has to be
together.
winter, so
Ella, I mean, season 2 is ready. Ella Purnell is good to go. Oh wait, she's not even in it. Well, she might be
yes,
actually.
most
She might
ghost
be.
wise.
Yeah, so she won't even need to
A
do
few
much.
scenes.
Yeah.
It'll take like a week for her.
Yellowjackets season 4 release date. I know it won't have it, but maybe it will lead us to. Yellowjackets is renewed. A release date has not been confirmed.
My guess
Fans are
early 2026.
fans are expecting a potential release in late 2026. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's better than
That's just
2027.
it's just a prediction right now. It's
Yeah.
nothing solid.
When will
They usually do worst case scenario.
for film is sufficiently renewed given the show's production schedule and the delays that caused the 2023 SAG strike. It's likely that season 4 could premiere in late 2026. However, a sooner premiere date is also possible.
Yeah, it just
When will Yellowjackets season 4 start filming?
Usually, they probably have been working on the script for a while now already.
Yeah, for sure.
They probably been
Yeah.
working on it since they finished shooting season 3.
Oh yeah, just in case. Yeah. And yeah, hats off to that Twitter account. They were like, "The wilderness has rewarded you for your patience. Yellowjackets will be back." I'm like,
That's good.
huh. Um. Okay, everything we need to know so far, and then we'll go into what we want from season 4. And then we'll get the heck out of here. Um.
Sounds good.
Da, 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 da. Is Yellowjack? Yes. Um. The finale is now the most streamed episode in the show's history. Okay, so the
Yeah,
momentum has
definitely getting season 4.
the
They're
momentum
definitely getting
has
season
not
5.
stalled. Yeah. Um, Yellowjackets has become a cultural juggernaut. I agree. Season 3 shattering all the records. We are thrilled to announce its renewal for season 4 on Paramount Plus. Ashley and Bart have masterfully crafted an utterly singular genre defying phenomenon. Um, uh, yeah,
Oh, by the
even
way,
before. What's up?
before we go into what we expect for season 4, we still got we've been mostly talking about the wilderness. We haven't really talked about like the back home
True. Let's talk about that.
storyline.
Yeah, they're messed up back home. And
As expected. As expected.
well, yeah, and somebody was harassing them, and it turns out to be Shauna's husband,
Blackmailed,
Jeff. Yeah, Jeff.
which led to
Freaking Jeff.
Shauna killing
A
her
guy,
that
her
she was
lover.
cheating on her husband with.
What was it? What was his name? And that
I think
that
Adam.
and that kind of went nowhere. That kind of got just like dusted. That kind of got put
Well, they
under the
covered it up,
rug. And yeah, well, of course, but they
and then
knew.
they killed the cops.
Yeah, the guy that was in
Callie
love
was
with Nat.
getting
Yeah,
catfished, I guess,
yeah, by the cop. Yeah,
by the
which is
cop.
weird, but yeah,
Yeah,
that was a little weird. But
and then Van dying from Melissa. Melissa killing Van,
yeah, yeah,
which
that was.
you were shocked by, I think.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming. That was a pretty awesome scene when Shauna breaks into adult Melissa's home, and Melissa's saying goodbye to her wife and her daughter, and Melissa just turns around and looks in the cabinet
Hmm.
or the closet, whatever, where Shauna's hiding, and she's like, "Come out here right now. I know you're
It
in there."
makes sense
Hmm.
that she would know that, have those instincts, because she spent so much time with Shauna in
Oh yeah,
wilderness.
yeah. But that was pretty awesome. Like I thought Shauna would like bum rush her, but no, Melissa like turned around and was like, "Come out here. I know you're in there."
Shauna fucked
She's
her
like,
up. But
yeah. Oh, Shauna ate a piece of her arm.
yo, Shauna was beating people up in this show.
Yeah,
She beat Lottie's face in.
yeah, yeah. Poor Lottie, but also not poor Lottie.
Yeah,
Like, oh, yeah,
like
Shauna was a
Callie
mess.
killing I did not see Callie killing Lottie.
Yeah, and Misty knows too.
Yeah,
Misty knows.
but she
Like,
told
oh,
and Jeff knows too.
oh yeah, Jeff does know. Yeah,
Yeah,
but Jeff's so out of his mind, he has no idea what's going on.
they left, right?
Yeah, they left
Cal-
Shauna because
yeah,
Shauna's crazy. Yeah,
we
well,
don't know where
it's
she is yet, right? They
yeah.
went, right?
And Jeff, yeah, Jeff's still trying to get that furniture deal, and Jeff's sitting there with his daughter, and the two furniture dudes are like, "Oh,
He ended up getting it, didn't he?
I don't know, did he?
I think so. I
I
think
don't think he did because I thought he was gonna get it too." Yeah, we'll have to look it up. Did
I think he eventually did get it, and then he was smoking with Callie.
did Jeff get the furniture deal in Yellow Jackets? See, we just
It's a
right.
pressing matter.
Yeah. Well, it was funny. Did Jeff? It's loading. In Yellow Jackets, Jeff initially attempts to secure a furniture deal as the way to bail out his failing furniture store, but he ultimately fails. He uses blackmail against the surviving Jackets to gain money, but his scheme backfires. Da, da, da.
Blackmailing your own wife.
Yeah. No, I don't think he did get it.
I thought he got it. Oh, I think maybe I know he talked about it. I think he said like, oh, um, the place failed because the furniture was ass.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like a Ted moment where he just goes off on the bosses, and the bosses are like, "That's a guts. We need
I
guts."
mean, good.
I thought it was gonna be like that, but then they see him at the restaurant with Callie, and they were like, "Oh, weekend away from the wife, right?" And he's like, "That's my daughter," and
Oh,
they were like, "Oh, you're serious?" Like they were like, "Never mind." But
awkward.
Jeff, one of the best side characters for sure, just because he's so insane.
Especially in
But like,
season 3.
he's so insane, but he's like a non-violent insane. Like he's more of a harm to himself than anybody.
Everything he does mostly harms himself more than
Yeah,
anybody else.
like when he runs and he trips over and he falls in the glitter, and that's how he gets caught.
Hmm. And how
But yeah,
Walter did all this just to get close to Misty. Did
yeah. And then
everything.
Walter killed the cop, and Jeff was
Yeah.
like, "Oh." Jeff was like, "What do we do?" What happened? All right. So yeah, let's go into season 4, and then we might have to reconvene this stream for a later time, right before season 4, whenever that
Yeah.
comes out. Yeah. What do we want to see from season
Well,
4?
for me, a couple things I want to see. I want to obviously I want to get a little bit more into what the whole symbol is and
Yes.
behind it, the background of the symbol, and like what really is it? Because I really have no idea what it is yet. All I know is it's some dude with black hair and no eyes.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
all I
yeah,
know.
the one Thais is seeing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
Why Thais is sleepwalking? Like, what's that all about?
Yeah.
Why does she sleepwalk it? And why did she sacrifice the family dog?
Yeah, that's because
What
we
happened
haven't
to
seen her
also?
son or her
What
wife since
happened to
season.
her wife?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We haven't seen her
Well, yeah,
since.
she just disappeared.
Yeah, yeah, I don't
I don't
know.
think we see. Did we see her at all in season 3?
I don't think so. Maybe once, maybe.
Maybe once. Yeah.
Hmm. But like, yeah, Thais is messed up,
Oh,
and now that Van's dead.
now she's a lost cause.
Well, what we saw with her burying Van. Do you remember that scene?
Yeah.
That was a little disturbing. Not gonna lie to you. I didn't see that coming. But yeah, they're all messed up. So for me, season 4, I want to see Natalie and Shauna
Go at
uh,
it.
go at it once Natalie comes back. I want to see because they have touched on this, but they haven't really dug into it. So we know we've seen the adults.
Yeah.
They're messed up. I want to see them like their first few years back after the wilderness. Like I know they come back as like 18-year-old girls, whatever.
Yeah.
But I want to see
You
them
know, they
adjusting
gave
to
us
life.
a little tease
Yeah,
about
because
Lottie.
Lottie
She
was insane, of course.
like Lottie went to a mental thing. She got like electrocuted and all that stuff, and then she
Yeah,
started a 50-50 borderline cult.
yeah, and then Lottie when she comes back, she's just like there, emotionless, staring
Yeah.
off into space. I would like to see more of that because,
I think
um, yeah,
season 4, season 5, I would say we probably get a little
yeah,
bit more
for sure, we're gonna
blending.
get something. It's a fascinating show. I'm happy to
Really,
have watched it. Yeah,
you're
it's
welcome.
really really good. Yeah, well, thank you. It's one of the best shows on TV currently or on streaming, whatever you want to call it. Um,
I do think though. I think so too.
yeah. What else do I want to see in season 4? Well, we got to see Hannah die because they're
Yeah,
getting
we
out
gotta
of
see
the.
how she.
I don't think they get out of the wilderness right away.
Probably not.
You got to slow play that. But who kills Hannah? It's clearly
I
not. It's clearly not Melissa because Melissa gets the note. or the tape
I
to
feel like
give to the. It's got to be.
I think Thaisa.
You don't think Shauna?
No, I think Thaisa. I think Shauna's the obvious choice.
But like to just make us hate Shauna a little more.
Thaisa or um Shauna, Thaisa or Misty actually.
That's true. I could see Misty just going. Well, Misty's kind of
No, I
turned
see
face a little.
Shauna
So.
making Misty do it.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Maybe it's a cannibal thing.
yeah. Do you think?
Also.
Well, you remember there's still that scene of Misty in that weird cloth
Yeah.
dancing around. Do you think we see Coach Ben in a flashback?
Yeah.
I think so too, because I saw the other day he's like, I'm down to do whatever they want me to do.
Yeah,
Like
I think you see him in flashbacks.
yeah, for sure. Because like, do we ever find out who officially burned down the cabin? No, we haven't yet, right?
I think
Because it wasn't Coach Ben.
wasn't Coach Ben. Someone left. No, not Coach Ben. I
Well,
think maybe
Google again.
Javier.
But no, Javi was dead by that point, wasn't he?
Maybe Travis.
Who?
Because it was right
burns-
after they ate Javier. It was after they ate Javier.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think we know. Jackets.
Might not.
Well, multiple theories exist. The consensus points towards Ty, potentially under the influence of other Ty being the primary suspect.
I could
However,
see
there are
that.
also arguments to be made for Ben or even Shauna.
I can
Whoa.
actually see. I could see Shauna because I think she was. Didn't they? After that, before that, they did the vote of who's the leader, right?
Yeah.
And I know Shauna was kind of ticked that she wasn't voted.
The burning of the cabins. A less common but compelling theory suggests Shauna, driven by her own desires and survival instincts, may have been the one to ignite the cabin fire. Her actions in the series have often been driven by self-preservation, and she could have been motivated to burn down a cabin for various reasons. Some people are saying the wilderness did it.
Well, then that's good.
Yeah.
Because they had that crow thing too.
Yeah, Ben, they're saying, but I don't think it's Ben. Other ties, definitely an interesting one. Shauna is a fascinating one, but we don't know.
It also could be one of the background characters.
That's true. Yeah, that is very true. But when I do like this acting when they're talking to Hannah, and Hannah's like, "Who are you guys? And what are you doing out here?" They're like, "We're the Yellowjackets from New Jersey. Our plane crashed," and she's like, "Oh my god!" Like she's like, "I remember reading about you guys." Like they're like, "Are they still searching for us?" She's like, "I don't know."
I would say
She's like,
they probably been out there for like what, a year now.
something like that. I mean, okay. Going back to season 3, one of the best, besides the finale of Natalie getting to the mountaintop and calling for help, one of the best endings to season 3 was when they're all dancing around Coach Ben's body,
Yeah,
and the guy
and like
and
Mikhail and
Cody,
them.
Joe McHale,
Yeah,
walk up and they're just like, "Hi."
I thought they were getting out at that point.
That's why
I was
I was like, "Are they
what?
getting out?" And then the guy just looks at Coach Ben's head and just screams, and that's how the episode ends. And
Oh,
you're like, "That's it?
oh damn.
What?" You're like, "Huh?" And then not even 5 minutes into episode 2, I think Lottie hits him with the axe.
Oh yeah.
Like Lottie's like, "No, this isn't happening."
That's how you start. That's how you end an episode, and that's how you started it.
Yeah, Lottie was like, "We are not having this. He's seen way too much already."
I think Lottie killed him because she didn't want to leave the wilderness.
Lottie definitely did not want to leave the wilderness.
She was locked in.
Lottie was locked into something for sure. Crazy
fair,
chick.
she technically was right because she
But,
said if we leave, it will follow us, and
and
technically it did.
it did. And you know what? You want to know the good thing about Teen Lottie, how they wrote her? So, Teen Misty is a complete psychopath who you shouldn't mess with. Teen Misty is absolutely terrified of Teen Lottie.
Oh yeah,
That's how you know that Teen Lottie is insane. Oh, and fun fact about season 1, the
to be fair,
pilot.
Lottie did kill a bear.
A lot. Lottie, you don't mess with Teen Lottie. That's just, yeah, you don't mess with Teen Lottie. Season 1, the episode 1 was They started filming it in 2019, November of 2019, but then they had to stop because of COVID.
Yeah.
So it was like, yeah, but they got it out there. I'll give them credit. Yeah. You have anything else you want to add on this Yellowjackets experience?
Oof. Obviously there could be some improvements. Obviously, what do you think? What do you think they could improve and make the season better?
At some point it's very dark, and I'm not even talking like
Lighting.
them eating each other, literally lighting. At some because like I work nights, so I watch the show during the day.
I see. But you're supposed
Yeah,
to watch it at night.
yeah, but I work during the night. What do you want from me? Unless it comes
They're
out in the
not supposed to.
summer,
They're not going to cater to you.
they should cater to me though.
It's kind of like Game of Thrones. You're supposed to watch that like at 9 o'clock at night.
Schedule does not permit, Gavin. I'm sorry. Otherwise, at some points I thought I was gonna lose interest in the show, but then they just reeled me back in, and season 3 was amazing. I Season 3 from start to finish, they put their foot on the gas and they just did not let up, and I was happy about that.
I do feel season 4 is going to be even darker.
I feel like season 4 is going to be insane.
I feel like this winter is going to be even darker.
I will say this though. I think they can improve on those background characters. You got to give us something.
Yeah.
On those, because like Melissa, why do I care about this chick?
Yeah. Where does she come from?
Like she just randomly popped up,
and now she's Shauna's girlfriend.
Even Shauna made a joke about it, like, "Oh, you have a personality." Like that was a nod to like, yeah, she's here, but
and they did a good job with Mari.
Yeah, Mari became very important at the end, and I was like, okay.
And even the one that liked the goats had a little bit more. Aquila.
We don't know if Aquila makes it to. We don't know if Aquila.
Yeah, we don't know that yet.
We haven't met adult Aquila yet.
Yeah, we don't know that yet.
But also, there's something that happens when they first get back. That remember, Nat gets arrested. So I don't know, like, did somebody accidentally die or like?
Don't know. I don't know if they're getting charged for killing Ben or something like that.
No, I don't. Well, remember, there's no witnesses.
True, but obviously, people are gone.
Well, yeah,
Callie kind of makes that correlation with Shauna and the hikers, Joel McHale and Anna.
But also, it's like, how do they know they killed them? They could have just died, you know.
It's kind of more of a. We kind of think you killed him, but we don't have any proof that you killed him.
We can't prove it. Yeah,
they went missing in about the same area as you.
Yeah,
and most likely you do. You killed him.
But I will tell you this: I can't wait for season 4. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be so good.
They're gonna hit the ground running right off the bat, and I'm very excited. So hopefully next year, hopefully. Gavin, do you have anything you want to promote tonight? Your Instagram, your OnlyFans, your Instagram, your Twitter, anything?
Not really, but. No. Shout out to the greatest women's champion of all time and the greatest women's wrestler, Liv Morgan. What?
You were having a solid hour and 5 minutes, and then you just fumbled it all. You just fumbled it all. Yeah. But yes, Gavin, thank you for joining me. Your stream debut. I think I'm gonna have to have you back for a Fallout Season 1 review. We'll do it right before Season 2.
Sounds great to me.
Season 2 comes out in November or December, and yeah. Yes, I am Bobby for Bobby's Breakdowns. If you haven't watched Yellowjackets, go watch it.
Wouldn't be
You will.
disappointed.
It's only like I don't even think it's 30 episodes in total.
I think it's like 8 episodes a season.
Yeah, I think. And I mean, granted, it's like hour episodes, but
Yeah,
all right, so it's 29 episodes
29
because
episodes.
it says 30 on IMDb, but they're counting the first episode of season 4. Obviously, that doesn't count towards
Yeah.
what we. Yeah, no, definitely go watch it. Wow, I thought the finale episode would get a higher rating. It only got a 7.9 out of 10.
It's not that bad.
No, I mean it's not bad. I just thought it would be in like the nines. Actually, none of the episodes are in the nines. Some of them make it to 8.2, but that's about it. But yeah. But until next time, make sure you hit that like button. And make sure you subscribe. Plenty of more content coming, folks. We have our Nice Guys review coming out hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully sometime next week. We have a Scream 7 video coming out in the near future, so be on the lookout for that. What? Nice Guys?
Ooh. Yeah.
I just saw it for the first time the other night.
I saw Novocaine too.
Oh yeah, I gotta get on that.
It's a good movie.
Yeah. Wait, so you've seen the Nice Guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just saw it for the first time the other night. I thought it was fantastic. like I don't really go for much Russell Crowe movies nowadays, but like it's fantastic. But we'll get to that another time. Thank you to Gavin for joining me. This was another fun stream to dive into Yellowjackets.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, you will be back in the future, my man.
Most definitely.
Yeah, we're gonna have. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Yeah, but until next time, I am Bobby from Bobby's Breakdowns, and we will see you guys in the next one. Have a good night. Happy Memorial Day. Enjoy the long weekend. Whatever you're doing, stay safe. And yeah, we will see you guys next time. Later.